Hello farmers and welcome back to Western Australia. We got the 6230 in use and we're going to be using it quite a bit today. As you can see, I'm fertilizing the grass field and I'm just putting up the finishing touches on that as we speak. Then we're going to go put some narrow tires on it because I do need to fertilize the sugarcane field, and then we'll be using it to spread herbicide for the fields to get rid of the weeds. A couple of the fields ain't going to matter because the crop is only in the first growth stage, but the wheat field has definitely gone beyond that, so I would destroy the crops. So we don't want to be doing that. So let's go ahead and put some narrow tires on it. But a couple of things I'm going to do. I'm going to drop off the front end loader because we don't really need that. Oh, kind of forgot there was rain in the forecast. Did I say can't detach? Oh, because I got the pallet forks too high. That should detach it. Perfect. Let's go ahead and we'll put the front end weight on. Well, technically it's just a weight, but we're going to put it on the front end. And let's go ahead and convert this over to narrow tires, which I've done before. So it should be for free. Let's see. Yeah, customize. Was it on Trelleborg, though? I don't remember what tires I did the narrow tires on. Narrow tires, it says for free, so we'll customize it. Perfect. Alright, jump back in. Now I just got to attach everything back up to it. And I think I got enough fertilizer to get the sugarcane field done. So let's spin around and let's go take care of that. And while we're taking care of that, I want to just go over a few of the comments that have been coming in. Number one, crosses my mind, are we going to have enough chicken feed for our chickens and ducks? Because they're getting ready to reproduce again. Currently, they're not using that much feed. I think I got to go into this page here. Currently, they're only, we'll just say 600 liters per month. Even if they double or triple that, let's just say they get up to 2,000 liters per month. I got 38,000 liters in there, so even at 2,000 liters per month, I got enough for 17 months. The harvest will be before that, so we should be definitely all set on the grain. And of course, when harvest season comes, we're going to be putting a lot of that grain into our own silo, and then we'll have plenty of grain for them. Another comment that came in was the factory's upgrade mod, which we did use on Hinterland. And it is a great mod, but I had occasionally some issues with the upgrade mod, and I think it conflicts with the production revamp mod, which I am using. Definitely got to use that for the orchard and that production building. So what the factory upgrade mod will do, if you remember on Hinterland, basically you pay, I think for every level you go up, it increases the upgrade by 10%. So, and it also doubles the original output inputs and production of the building. So let's just say your spinnery, or let's just say a production building costs 40,000. You want to upgrade it to level 2. It would cost you 44,000 to upgrade it, but it would double the production, double the capacities of everything. So you'll maybe saying, well, why not do that? Why not just buy a second spinnery for 40,000, save yourself the money, and you're doing the same thing? Well, if you're tight on space, that'd be one reason, because you just got one building do the same as two. Or you could also look at it as you just got to maintain one building instead of 2, 3, 4. I think I even used it on Solyndra. Now I remember that spinnery there, I think I upgraded to like level 6, 7, or maybe even 8 or something like that. But yeah, the factory upgrade mod, nice mod, but it does conflict with, I think, the production revamp mod, where I think it says missing materials, or I can't quite remember what it was. Even though you have the materials, it just says missing materials, so it's kind of a problem for that. And I really don't need it for here. I don't mind going over and emptying out the sugar, the cane juice every once in a while. It's not going to be that big of an issue moving forward, I don't think. So there is that. Let's see. Oh yeah, another person did comment about, because I was saying definitely need a seed drill. I'm going to go big with the seed drill. They did say why not just get 2 smaller drills and just do it that way. This is Australia. You got to go big or go home, I think. So definitely gonna be going with a big drill. I see what you're saying. Maybe in the meantime, go with 2 small drills, so on and so forth. But I would still need another tractor because the Case Magnum is the only tractor I got that can currently pull the Avatar drill that I've been using. Even with 2 drills in that field, it would have taken me 45 minutes to drill 1 field. Whereas if I went with the bigger drill, that would probably take me like 10 minutes at most. Yeah, the cost is going to be ridiculous when it comes to it, but as we know, this farm here already, in the beginning I was kind of questioning like, oh, okay, well, it's going to be hard to make money. That's why we did the contracts. But when I stopped doing the contracts, I was like, oh, I may have stopped doing the contracts too soon. But we seem to be doing okay. Currently we got $240,000 in the bank account. Yes, I'm going to be spending quite a bit of it for the silo and the drill, but we got a lot of money sitting around. When I mean sitting around, we got sugar we got to sell next month, cane juice we got to sell next month. There's probably a few other things I'm missing here. But yeah, we got some sales to do next month, so the money will be coming in pretty good. We should have enough money to buy the silo. I may need to loan some money for the header for the combine. Might as well just go ahead and fill this right up with fertilizer because I don't plan on liming any fields anytime soon. But now kind of the fun thing I can say, in case you didn't see the video a couple days ago I put out on FS22 that Giants released. As you know, it is currently raining. Well, in FS22, not only can it rain, but yeah, you may need some tornado sirens going off in case or tornado comes on through and does some crop destruction. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out my video I put out a couple days ago, FS25. And yeah, it's about a 15-minute video, so you can see some other things. I noticed a couple things in the trailer that Giants put out. The video for me has just gone live, so comments are slowly coming in on that. I don't know what any of you guys may have picked out in the video that I may have missed, but oh yeah, they're gonna have the baby animals, so lambs, piglets, calves. I would assume colts for horses. Actually, don't think I've seen any of the horses in any of the trailers yet for FS22. But I had another theory about FS22 and horses. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you better go watch the video. Then you can figure it out from there. But yeah, tornadoes, crop destruction from the tornadoes. Kind of curious if it also damaged the buildings or will it harm the animals on the farm. Only time will tell. And we're less than 3 months away now from FS22. It's coming quick. Although a few of you probably will say, no, it's not. It's not coming quick enough. As I said before, it'll be here way before you know it. Yeah, so you can see the sugarcane field getting back here to Western Australia. You can see the sugarcane field definitely needed some fertilizer on it. I may miss a spot or two, but I'm not going to be too concerned about it. As long as we get the majority of it. Because we got plenty of sugarcane, as we know. Actually, I still got sugarcane in my grain trailer. But I got more than enough space inside the factories to plop that on in. Alright, so we can kind of go right here. And this is all the other thing I like about precision farming. I can use the map to see where I fertilize, because currently, looking at the ground, it's kind of hard to see if I've been in a particular spot or not. Did I miss a spot here in the grass field? Yes, I did. There's a spot right here that I missed, so let's go ahead and grab that. Silage bales, they do need to be picked up. I think I will get to them. Maybe I'll set a worker off on doing some weed spraying. We'll do a field or two ourselves, and then send a worker off, maybe in the wheat field. And we'll come over here and pick up the silage bales. That's pretty much all I got to do this month. I've already checked the stock market page, and there are a few things that I could sell today, but their peak prices should be in December, which is, well, next month. So we'll hold on to that and try to get our max value for it. One being the cane juice. I'm just going to drop off the fertilizer spreader here. I was going to sell the cane juice today, but I got the sugar already in the spawn point. So, yeah, we'll just take care of it next month. I'm in here for sprayers. Sprayers, there we go. Scroll on down. We want to get this Kubota right here. We want to get the... That's 28. What's the widest working width on this? 28. I'm just trying to see what is going to be cheaper. See and spray, yes. That would be 96.5. I'm not buying it. I'm just looking at the total price, and then, of course, it would be cheaper leasing it with a cheaper item. So 28 meters. What does this go up to? This goes up to 40. But now it's 125,000. If I were to lease it, 6,000 to lease it, it would, I mean, 28 up to 40. That is a big difference. Narrow twins. You know what? I think we'll get this. Yeah, it's more expensive. I can get the job done with the others, but I haven't used this yet. So we'll go ahead and get it. So make sure we got weed spot spraying. Yes. Capacity. We don't need that much capacity because it's not going to go through that much herbicide at all. Narrow tires. Yeah, I think we're all good there. Let's go ahead and lease it for 64. I mean, that'll make the job a lot quicker. And who knows, if it saves me from going over the hour, then it's definitely worth getting the upgraded one. Yeah, I know. A lot of hm's right there. Sprayer. What would be the leasing cost if I were to just to get this the way I would have? 4,000 per hour, 1,600. So if I do save myself the hour, which is, give or take, I pretty much break even anyways. So I think going this way works out well. All right, down to the store. We'll get the See and Spot weed sprayer, put some herbicide into it. We'll take care of our soybean field. I don't think which one it was. That's the smallest field down there by the store. Then I got to quickly go over to the oat field, which has no weeds into it. But I just want to spray it quickly to let the environmental group people know that I sprayed it with the See and Spot sprayer just to get the field score up. And then we got the sugarcane field and the wheat field to take care of. Getting kind of used to coming down here in the truck that you forget how a little bit slower it is coming down here in the tractor. Now, I kind of forgot until I got like halfway down here that I need to sell this right here today. The fabric. I said next time I was down here with the tractor, we need to sell it. I think it's going to... We Take Everything. Is that what I call that, that store? Where's my fabric? Don't know why I missed it. Oh, I missed it because it's not really dark green when I was checking earlier. Oh, Things Go Here. That's where we're selling it to. But we should get like 75,000 plus our environmental score bonus. And we do got a little bit of wool. Let me go ahead and take as much fabric as we can here. There might be more to spawn. Yep, one more pallet should spawn here. There we go. I don't know if I can stack any more wool, but I will sell this as well. Our spinnery should be just about full anyways. But we'll put that in there. Oh, that John Deere is like, wait a minute, that's a lot of weight behind me. All that sheep's hard work making the wool and all that fabric. Lovely. Good to see. So about 82,000 worth of wool and fabric. Let's go ahead and grab this. Don't worry, our sheep are making plenty of wool to keep up with the spinnery. As you saw last episode, we sold, was it 2 trailer loads, semi-trailer loads of wool? Oh, it's going. Okay, well that wool just went back into the spinnery. That's fine. That's fine. Well, not as impressive, but doesn't matter. It's a positive into our bank account. Alright, well, let's drop this off. Like right about here, ought to be good. That way when the fabric gets too full down here, I can start loading it on the trailer. It'll be good to go for next year. Alright, let's grab the Kubota sprayer. And boy, that thing looks extremely huge compared to the 6230. It's one of those things that when you're in the store and you look at the size, I'm like, okay, it seems like you think it's a certain size, and then you compare it to like a tractor, and it's like, okay, that thing is flipping huge. I think 1,000 liters. What's the smallest pallet I can buy of herbicide? 2,000? That's way too much. Way too much herbicide. Alright, I'm gonna go with 700 liters. Should I go with up to, I'll go with 1,000. Okay, I got 1,200 liters now. The one thing I don't know is if I'm gonna be able to unload this. We've had that issue with sprayers before, not being able to unload it, so any extra I got left over may have to be returned, so might lose a little bit from the herbicide, but not a whole lot. Alright, just gonna go out in traffic, hopefully no one's coming. Okay, I should not destroy crops no matter what here, because this is only in the first growth stage. I'm not gonna clip that pole, am I? Yes, I am. Nope, I got it in time. Oh, I'm gonna clip that tree. Or not. Okay, we're all good. Alright, let's just turn this on here. And it's only gonna spray where the weeds are. That's why we don't need a whole bunch of herbicide. So this is the soybean field. Oh yeah, 40 meter wide working width. That is looking really, really good. Gonna knock this field out in a hurry. And then, like I said, we just got to go over to the oat field, spray for about a couple seconds. And that will jump up our environmental score. Actually, I probably should have sprayed that field with herbicide first and then sold the fabric and wool, because it may jump up my percentage by 1% or 2. Oh well, what's done is done. Oh, get off the railroad tracks. I'm still kind of curious as to why there are railroad tracks on the map, but no train. Unless I'm missing something. Maybe there's not an active train that just goes around and around, but is there... I don't think there's a sell point to off the map, so using the train would not... Yeah, I don't know. I may have touched on this before, though, here, and it just came back to me again. I remember when FS22 came out and modded maps were coming out, they were having some issues with modded maps and the trains trying to sell points off the map. I can't remember when this when Western Australia came out in the mod hub, but maybe that was the issue, and they just took the train off it completely. Or when they were modding the map, maybe they knew about the problem with the train, so they just left the train tracks there and took the train off completely. So you can see we're about halfway around the headland of this field, and Yeah, I still got pretty close to 1,200 liters of herbicide. So not using hardly any at all. It may be expensive to get a CN Spot sprayer, but if you do have weeds and you don't have precision farming, you're going to go through a lot of herbicide. Precision farming will save you on that. Oh, I did see a comment. Someone said that they got weeds turned on, but they won't grow. So, I can't remember if this is true in the base game or not. But at least with precision farming, if you are plowing a field, if you plow a field, weeds will not grow in that field for a year. So if you're plowing your fields every year, you'll never get weeds. So hope that answers your question. I think that's what your question was, because you're saying you got weeds but they won't grow. I think that's what you were trying to imply in the comment. So yeah, if you got weeds turned on but you're not getting them in the fields, if you're plowing your fields, subsoiling your fields, any kind of soil turnover, cultivating won't do it, but subsoilers, plows will stop the weeds from growing for a harvest season. Kind of like the oat field across from us. That far as I know, that farmer didn't plow the field this past season, but there are no weeds growing in it. Kind of slow work here at 7 miles an hour. But 40 meter wide working width, I will knock off this field here in about another 5 minutes or so. This might be the last pass I need to do. It's going to be kind of close with the working width, but either way, won't have much left to do. Been checking the map as I go, just to make sure I haven't missed any small little slivers of weeds here and there, like I'm going to be doing right now. Just want to make sure I get to the end of the row here. And I'm probably missing a little strip just to my right. Yep. And there is some over by the road somewhere, but I'm not going to be too concerned about that. I can kind of spray it as I go along here, I think. Yeah, it's like this little section up here. Excuse me, traffic. Okay, whoa, red cars everywhere. Alright, we're going to have to fold up to get through the poles. While it's doing that, though, okay, I got a little spot right there. Yeah, I didn't really get nothing there. That's fine. So if we come over here, our score right now is 79, and our new field is at 62. So just by coming over here and spraying for a brief moment. Let me just double check there are no weeds in this field. Alright, so you can see all the weeds are dead there. Absolutely not a weed one in this field. Okay, so the sprayer's on, not using any herbicide, which we still have 915 liters of. Okay, that's all I should need to do. Let's fold that up. And now our score is up to 84. And now the field score is up to 77. Perfect. Alright, let's go up, and the sugarcane field should not take me long to do at all. And then once I get that done, we'll get ourselves a worker to do the wheat field. I'm also going ahead and spray the grass field just for a second. Same thing, no weeds into it. I have done it before. The score may be down to like 95, so if I just do that for a second, now it's probably 100%. Alright. Let's make sure I turn the sprayer on, because that usually helps. And I always go clockwise around the field. think it's a force of habit. I do, because of the combine harvesters. The augers always come out to the left-hand side, so you want to be emptying out into a grain trailer where there is no crop. So these weeds are just a little bit easier to see because they have matured. And this will be the last year that we do sugarcane in this field. We'll have to move it on elsewhere. Preferably the field across the way over there. I don't want to be putting sugarcane in the bigger fields because this field was more than plenty. Actually, I think the other field might be a little bit bigger than this one. And if anything, like we did last season, we sold some sugarcane at the end because I just didn't have any place to put it. And I didn't really feel like putting down another silo because that doesn't help us out. Unless I build another sugar production building, yeah, it doesn't help us out at all. And I don't think I want another sugar production, so we'll just probably end up selling the sugarcane. The sugarcane, as far as I know, will not go into the silo that we are going to be buying. That's just going to be like base game crops that we can put in there. So your cereal grains, your soybean, your corn, and sunflower seed. I think that's about all the crops it will take. Haven't tested it, but I didn't see in the description where it said multi-fruit silo. So, I mean, I can try it out. If it takes sugar cane, then maybe I'll utilize it. But as I said, our sugar factories, currently the two that we got, can't go to the amount of sugar cane per year that we're harvesting anyways. So storing the extra to use it to make sugar, don't really need it. Did they plant cotton in that field again? Whoever owns that field loves cotton, apparently. Don't get me wrong, cotton is, hitting a tree. Don't get me wrong, cotton is great when you're making clothing, as we know from Hills of Tuscany. It's either cotton or sugar beet, but it's looking like cotton to me. Put the cruise control on the 6230. I can just do this. And come over to here. That's cotton. Well, if I do end up buying the field this upcoming season, I won't be buying it for the crop that's in it. And you may be saying to yourself, well, you own the spinnery to make fabric, why not get the cotton? Because leasing the cotton harvester is going to be so expensive, I probably won't make my money back from the fabric itself that I get from the cotton. So I'll probably end up just buying the field if it still has the crop in it when I can afford it, and plow it in. Yep, hitting the telephone pole on the other side of the road. Weed be gone. That's the other thing I kind of talked about in the FS22 video I put out a couple days ago. I noticed that the weeds still seem to be, as for what we saw in the trailer, not widespread that we get here in precision farming, but it's just right across the field. So I was kind of hoping for a little bit like precision farming as the base game style. But who knows? Maybe it's an option we can turn on or off, or will come out as a DLC or part of a Season 1 pass, so on and so forth. Because I know some of you out there do not like doing the precision farming kind of thing. Because I do believe with precision farming, you can't turn off weeds and you can't turn off lime or fertilizing. I think you can turn off plowing. Or can you? I don't. I always have plowing on anyways. I thought about it for a little bit on Hills of Tuscany if I wanted to do plowing on that one, because I knew I have a lot of plowing to do. But even there, we got it turned on because with great mods, it doesn't take me that long to plow the fields. So I've used about half of my herbicide already. I'm still thinking though I can get this field done and the wheat field done without having to use more. Yeah, I'm starting to think I don't have enough herbicide to get the wheat field done, so probably just put a little bit more in the tank. That way I don't have to, you know, get like 2/3 of the field done and then have to come back and just put 200 liters into it. How did I do in this field here? All brown, looking good. Yeah, if I look at this field down here, it's a lot of green. And the field is a lot bigger than the other two. And I used about 400 liters on average in the first two fields. And that field is a lot bigger. So, let's go throw some more herbicide into it and we'll get one of the Franks to start spraying herbicide in that. And we're going to grab, I think, the Massey Ferguson and start picking up the silage bales, which will not take me that long at all. Yeah, the grass field, I think another cut, or the next cut will be silage again. And then the final cut of the year will be hay. We're definitely going to need some more hay by the end of the season. Yeah, I did all that construction work and kind of forgot to smooth out that little bit of an area. Alright, just need a quick... Well, I went as quick as I could. Now I got 900. That should be more than enough to get the job done. I do expect my workers to probably have some issues over here. Only because the boom is so wide, I expect them to collide on a couple of things. Alright, just to be sure, I got narrow tires on everything, but... Alright, we're good. Let me back up into the neighbor's field here just for a moment. Until I can get the right working width here that we need. I'm not going to destroy their crop either. I wouldn't destroy the crop no matter what I drove in here with, but... I said the worker would collide with something, and I'm colliding with stuff. But we expect that from me. Now, just remember the power line poles, the towers... Those are not collidable, so I don't have to worry about that too much. Alright. Let's go ahead and... Nope, that's the wrong button. Or category. That's the right category. Alright, let's hope... Why is the screen flickering that? Vehicle missing. Why is it... What? Why does it say... Oh, because I was on the follow me. I was more looking at vehicle missing. What does that mean? I was on the create job for follow me. Field work. Make sure it's on our field only. Alright. That seems to be doing just fine. And then I'll have you go this general direction. You know what? Just do 2 headlands. No overlapping. If we get a little bit of weeds here and there, that's fine. Someone else did mention me, they saw someone else, another YouTuber, what they do is on the working with they narrow it just a little bit, so you get the overlap, but either way, if you go narrow it, you might as well just do the overlap either way. Whichever way it works. As I said, on the corners, I could do a different type to where the corners are more square for my workers, but I just do it this way here. And already, I don't like the way the worker I'm going to have to do this field. Because if you look ahead of us, the worker is going to try to go around the tower. But that's not going to work because they're going to run into the poles. So I'll leave the course up. But what I'll do is I'll have to get by this headland here. You see, the worker would have went around, which, you know, it's doing the right thing. But that's not collidable. So it doesn't know that power lines are there on the road. And it would hit that. Or maybe leaving a little bit of weeds on the side, but that's alright. Alright, let's see how they get on from there. Just looking around to see what else they may have issues with. Well, they either will or they won't. That's the case. That's the Massey Ferguson. Use a smaller tractor, so I use less amount of fuel. And I'll try to put the silage bales next to the hay. Now this farm is going to have more sheds, so on and so forth, especially once we get the bigger equipment. But this year we're just focused on putting the silo down, which would create a spot right where we are currently. And also we got to get the header. And then once we do that, I may focus a little bit on just getting rid of the loans once again. And then kind of start off from scratch with our money situation. So, should be 20 bales. And then, of course, we get another 20 bales at the next cut, which would be in January. I know I looked at, is it February that I plan on harvesting here? Seems like a ways off. Let me just double check the calendar. So oats and soybean. Oh, soybean doesn't happen until April. But wheat and oats, I think oats will be ready the second month because I just barely planted them. So they'll be ready in February. Yeah, February I could hold out until. Sugarcane is also in April, so harvest season may be a couple episodes away. Because in December we got to sell that stuff. That'll take a little bit. And then of course in January I'll have to cut the grass field. And then we'll move on to February, which is harvesting. So 3 months. And as I said at the beginning of the episode, doesn't matter what the chickens and ducks do. I think I got plenty of food in their feed trough to get them through for another 3 months. And then we'll have plenty of wheat to feed them for the next year. The oats will just sell straight up when the price is good. Same with the soybean. If I can put the sugarcane into the silo that we put down, then I may hang on to the sugarcane till the price is best. But I think the price is best almost at the same time as we harvest. Yeah, but once we do the silo, get the header, maybe pay off one of the 2 loans that we have, then we can look at buying another field. And then after that, then I think it's getting the New Holland T9 tractor on the farm, and then start getting bigger and bigger implements for the fields that we have. As for the forage harvester, we will get it eventually, but I'm not in a rush to do so. I think I can prioritize the other equipment first. I think that's going to be probably the best line going forward, because the T9 tractor is something I could use almost all the time. As for the forage harvester, that's going to be, I just need it for one time out of the year, and that's of course to do the sugarcane. Alright, spin around and we'll go put these away. While we're doing that, let me just get the big map out. My worker is not moving? Or are they? It just appears that they're not. No, they are moving. They're moving. I mean, I should get a notification in the upper right-hand corner from Courseplay to let me know that they're blocked or whatever. If there's any issues, I should get a notification. Just trying to get as close as I can to that post. Missed the hay bales. And unload. Yeah, as for getting an auto-loading shed for the bales, I think right now we're fine. I'm not going to say I won't do it in the future. But for now, yeah, we're not in the market for any sheds currently. What we're doing here is more than fine for what we're doing. And I got to do all those steps I just mentioned about where I'm going to go in the future with this farm. At least for the next 6 months or so, money-wise. But, I mean, we almost got enough cash already for the silo. I could buy the rusty ones, but Hudson said no. He wants everything new here, so buying anything from the used section. Have I bought anything used? Other than the forage wagon, which I probably should grab right now. That I think about it. We'll grab the Massey Ferguson. And we'll grab the forage wagon to go around. And we're just going to grab the organic waste and get it out of the buildings and start putting it into the silo. And start getting ready for some more compost. So I don't know how much is built up here, but it looks like a lot. So maybe I really don't need straw as much as I thought I would need. Maybe a little bit of straw. Is it all going to fit in there? Okay, almost. I mean, we still may get cows in the distant future here as just for fun. But only when the money is really doing well and the farm doesn't really need anything more. Yeah, I think the forage wagon is about the only thing I bought used. At least that's all I can remember. It's hard to believe it's been as many episodes here in Western Australia as it has been. I feel like in some ways I just started yesterday on the series. And right now I'm thinking this series is going to go all the way to FS22. So we'll grab that. Some lovely organic waste, which we're going to make into compost. And at some point I'll come in here. I won't cover it up, but if I ever get some free time, which I may get some while my worker is in the field doing the weed spraying. And it looks like the worker is now on its second pass. So things seem to be going good over there. I could also, while this is filling up, we could just go here and miss a little bit on that corner there, but for the most part, they got to go around this island, but when they drive around it, they should be okay, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised if the boom clips on one of the trees. And we also got a little bit of an island there also. So we put a bucket there. Don't know who that was. Okay, there also was a comment maybe getting the bakery and the grain mill to make flour, to make bread and all that kind of stuff. No. I do love production buildings, but I don't want to go too crazy on productions here. We got plenty as it is already, and I currently don't want to add any more productions at this time. Not to say if one were to come out, blocked by an object, there we go, waiting for something to happen over there. Not to say that if one comes out in the mod hub, that we wouldn't be giving it a go, but only if it helps us out here. I mean, if it has something to do with like ore or something like that, nothing that has anything what we're doing here, I wouldn't add it onto this map. Alright, let's go ahead and see. So, Courseplay figured out the other island, but you couldn't figure out this island? No big deals, we can help you out. I'll go around the island myself. And then I'll set you back on your course. And I can get back to doing what I was doing. Now, it looks like when they come back down here near the end of the job, this line that we're seeing here, this will be the last pass they make. They're going to run into problems. They're going to do exactly what I just did, which is run into a tree. I'm doing the same thing as I did on Hills of Tuscany last episode, which is somehow getting stuck between a rock and a hard place. There we go. We just got to do that, or else I'm going to be here forever. Although now that's made the boom do a wiggly wiggly. It's got the dance moves now. How about if I turn it off? Alright, there we go. Turn it off and just start folding it a bit. No, it's back to doing it again. Well, as long as it works, that's all I really care about. Did I clip another tree? I probably did. Alright, just kind of get you back on this course right here. And we'll let Courseplay figure it out. It is getting rid of the weeds where it's bouncing up and down. Yeah, it's doing just fine. It's doing okay. Let me get back over to here. And this is pretty much all the organic waste that we have. Yeah, I do need to sell. When I start selling the sugar next month, I'll just grab that stuff there and sell that as well. That stuff's been sitting outside for about a year or so. And the reason why we don't sell that stuff anymore is because we got that on direct selling. Now, we only get 90% of the sale by doing that, but that's okay. Alright, so we're going to have about 65,000 liters of organic waste in here right now. I think we should be doing fine on compost for the most part. In our productions, meaning the orchards and the greenhouses. Let's just have a look while it's filling up. So compost, that's looking good. That's getting a little bit low. And then greenhouse compost, that's looking okay. That's looking okay. That's looking okay. That's looking okay. The other greenhouse, that's a base game greenhouse. That's got plenty of water because I got 2 water silos over there. And everything else is looking good. The molasses and bagasse, just going to put that on selling directly. Is that next month that gets sold? Best time to sell is now. All right. So let's go ahead and we'll just go ahead and put that on selling. 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 I'll leave it on selling for now. It's not a huge amount, right, that we're going to get from that. Well, about 37,000 maybe after the bonus. So, I mean, that's not too bad. This is all the organic waste that we have currently. So while our worker continues to spray the weeds down that field, I'll probably sit here and just compact this just to get it somewhat done instead of putting it off for another day. And then if I ever do decide I need to cover it, well, it'll be already compacted. Although it's not going to take long. I'm used to doing big piles, but we are already at 70% compacted. And if I do it with the forge wagon on, it'll do it a little bit quicker because more wheels, so on and so forth, and already fully compacted. All right, let's back this into place. Now I'm just waiting for the worker to get done. I may actually go over there and finish it off myself. And then we can return the sprayer. Did I check the sale page this month? Oh, yes, I remember the wheel loader said that'd be nice to have. I mean, we could afford it, but yeah, we should be saving the money for other things. All right, let me actually go ahead and I am going to go ahead and finish this up so we can see how much herbicide we got left. Yeah, we're still doing the heebie-jeebies here. But yeah, just a few more passes it looks like, and we'll return the sprayer. I'm not too sure I know what the store is going to say when I return this sprayer, but yeah, still doing the dance and a half. I've folded the sprayer all the way up, unfolded it, still does it. I folded the sprayer up, detached from the tractor, rehooked it back up, and, well, you can still see I'm still doing the same thing. Probably the only thing that may fix it now is resetting it back to the store. And that may fix the problem. I have no idea. If that wouldn't fix it, then I guess selling it and buying a new one would be the final option. Let's see here. How are we doing on the weeds? Oh, we're doing pretty darn good. So we got a couple of spots here and there that I missed. Trying to expand the working with. If you're asking why not just follow the course play lines, because you know I'm stubborn and I like to do things the way I see fit. So let's see. I think there's a spot down here at the corner somewhere. So I still have 200 liters left, so I'm glad I put some in. I think I was just around 400 liters, and I brought it up to 900, so I added 5. So yeah, I was definitely going to be short if I didn't at least put some in. Okay, and then probably this one more spot we'll get up here at the corner, and then we'll call it good. I will try to unload the herbicide just to see if it will. But all of our fields are all set. There's nothing else I can do to them this year to make them any better. So I expect a very good harvest. Where is this? Oh, I see it now. I see it now. Yeah, it was kind of annoying to watch, sit here and watch the sprayer bounce up and down like that. And we'll just go back to the farm here. Let's see if this will unload. Oh yeah, the molasses and bagasse sold from our sugar factories. That would have been kind of cool if we were to get up to 400,000 takes. I probably would have purchased the silo just to have it here. It does unload from this one. So the other, when I use it on the back of the tractor, it wouldn't unload. So it unloads from that. Wasn't expecting it to, but now I got a pallet there with hardly a little bit into it. But we'll keep it. So I use it for 0.9 hours. So just barely getting under the wire of going over the hour, which means definitely with the other sprayer, I would have gone over the hours. So in a way, I pretty much paid the same price in looking at it, but I did save myself a lot of time. Anyways, let's go ahead and return that. And let's go ahead and park the John Deere up. I'll leave the narrow tires on it just for now, just in case. Although I don't see why I would need them on there. Let's go ahead and we'll start speeding up time. I almost forgot. I need to come over to here and make sure I clear out the wool from the spawn area of the sheep. Not going to sell it, even though this is the time of year to be selling it. We're just going to start stockpiling it up. Oh, yeah, and I got to feed Twister. Oh, yeah, somebody had mentioned maybe I should put some lights over here. And we can do that. Alright, that is all the pallets full for now. Let's wait for it to get dark. And we'll put up some lights here. I hope the sheep won't mind. Is that going to be dark enough? I mean, I think it's about as dark as it's going to get. Let me just check the store as time goes on. Alright, so nothing there. Well, let's go into here. No, that's the wrong buttons. Alright, decorations. Lights. I don't think I've added any of the modded lights packages that I have, so this would be just base game stuff. What's this one for 400? Do I want that? Or do I want something just like this? Yeah, I think something like this. That way the sheep won't get blinded at night. I think that will work perfectly. Except for it's in the water trough. Wait, do I have that mod installed where I can move things on this map? If I go move. Oh wait, what did I click on though? I don't want to be moving the sheep pen. There we go. Single floodlight move. And it switched over to that. No, I want that. So the problem is I think I'm clicking on the extended pen. Got to come way over to here. There we go. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about is that going to interfere with the spawn point? We'll put that one in there. Alright, let's go to bed and wake up and let's see what happens. Let's see if that interferes with the spawn point. We'll wake up at 5, just in case. Money's down a little bit. Let's come over to here. And no, it doesn't interfere with the spawn point at all. So we are fine in that aspect. All right, and we got ourselves some light to see over here, which is great. Store page, sale items, nothing there. Either though, I'm looking there even though I said I shouldn't be buying from used. Hudson wants only new stuff. So, yeah, we'll just focus on that. We're just going to advance time for the sun to be up. Let's watch the sunrise. Perfect. So the only thing I would be doing this month is selling of stuff. And sugar as at the top of the list, $4.96. Actually, January is the best time to sell it. Okay, so maybe I won't be doing nothing in December. I thought December was a good time to... Oh, the cane juice. Well, the cane juice is not going to bring us at... Well, that's still a pretty penny. But right now, sugar, we're looking at $211,000 worth of sugar. So almost $300,000 of material to sell. And we need $600,000 to buy the silo and the header for the combine. That's looking like we can reach it. We'll have to find out next episode because we're at the end. So yeah, if you made this far in the video and you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button. Helps out the channel and the video more than you know. Also lets me know that you enjoyed seeing the content that you saw here today. And while you're down there, hit that subscribe button as well if you haven't already. And you can see more content like this. But that is going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Western Australia. But until then, have a good one.